want to welcome our guests. We have Erick Winchester, a really excellent, incredible lender from Cross Country Mortgage. We just closed a deal with him, and it was unbelievable. We've done a couple this year with him, and we're so glad to have you on the show. So thanks for joining us. And this is my co-pilot here, Daniel Salino.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you.
Yeah. So go ahead and introduce yourself to our guests.
Sure. My name's Erick Winchester. I'm with Cross Country Mortgage. I'm the branch manager in the local Modesto office, and we have a presence here in Modesto and in Turlock. However, we do lending in all 50 states and all locally done here. So if you have clients that are wanting to buy out of state as well, we can help them as well locally to be able to accommodate that, which is really, really nice, you know.
It is. How long have you been in the business?
In business for 26 years.
Wow, it really shows. It really shows.
26 years since I was 18 years old.
Wow.
So.
Oh, you started young.
Yeah.
I started really young, yeah.
Definitely.
So had the opportunity to be able to enter the industry by a gentleman that saw opportunity in me, and as an 18-year-old young man, and fortunately, you know, I took that opportunity and ran with it, which was a blessing all the way around. So
wonderful. We had a show with my former broker at the time of mentorship, so that's good you touched on that. Kind of resonates with us. Well, Daniel's going to ask you the first question. I'm sorry.
Sure. No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually is interesting because that's similar to a situation that I'm going through right now with Catherine referring me into real estate.
Right.
And, you know, I'm just gonna go along with it, and then I see you took off with it, so you know that gives me more hope and more faith in my future.
You know, the beauty of starting young is when you're in your 30s, you're considered a veteran within the business. And you're still super young at that point.
That's right.
And opportunities will arise because you're young, and you can establish those long-term relationships with clients, with lenders, and creating your team that will help you be successful in the business, which is great, you know, because you're young. So
That's exciting. I agree with that.
Definitely, and that's some great words. So I appreciate hearing that.
Yeah.
But first question I had for you was, what drew you into this line of work? Was it necessarily just because you had that mentorship, or did you see something in yourself that made you want to come here and as a lender?
Well, that's a pretty loaded question. I think there was a vast. There was quite a few determining factors that really made that. Opportunity arose, but then when I really understood what lending really meant, I was able to put myself in the situation as an 18-year-old man, what had happened to my family in a dire situation financially. And so it allowed me to be able to say, you know what, I want to create better opportunities for homeowners. That way they're making better financial situations for them and their families. So what happened to my family when I was a young boy would never happen to them. And that was a very driving force for me personally. And you know, we don't really realize how impactful the decisions that we help create for clients are impactful to their children. And so it has been very, very important to me to make sure that we create opportunities long-term from a financial standpoint for our clients, so that they don't get themselves in a world of hurt later down the road. Yeah.
It's very meaningful for me to hear a lender say that. I mean, I went through 10 years of REOs and short sales and got my whole story started on that. So that has a lot of meaning. Sometimes we felt that lenders didn't know what they had done to people.
You know, I think you're right, though. I think, Catherine, I think that you have lenders that really genuinely care,
Mhm.
and then you have others that really don't, or they forget what they're in it for. You take your eye off of the real reason we're in it. It's pretty easy to get lost, if you don't
Yeah.
keep your eye out.
Good. Yeah. Good. Okay, Daniel, what's your next question?
So my next question for you, Eric, is what does your company offer that's unique compared to your other rivals or competition?
Right. Well, Cross Country Mortgage is a nationwide company, locally here in Modesto, Turlock, Livermore, Merced, all the way up and down the state of California. But what we do here is we underwrite, we draw docs, we fund, we do all the processing. Everything is done in-house. We are a direct Fannie Freddie lender. So meaning we do not have overlays. So in the lending world, you have what I would consider tiers of lending. You have a direct lender, which would be at the very top, and they sell the servicing right to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and Ginnie Mae, okay, which is conventional or Govy, and Govy means FHA, USDA, and VA, okay. So we're a direct source for them. And then you would have, the second would be a correspondent lender, which would mean that you'd be a lender. You mean you fund on your own money or your own warehouse line. However, you utilize somebody else's underwriting criteria or guidelines.
I have a question. So
Yes.
between that and a banker, so you're not lending your money. A banker lends their own money, right?
We are lending our own money.
Oh, so you are a
We
banker.
are.
Oh, okay. That
Mhm.
explains why it was so smooth. You had
Yes.
you avoided so many problems.
Correct. We
Yeah.
are a direct mortgage banker. Yes. When we talk about brokers, they have a niche that a lot of people can utilize, but the negative drawback, I guess you could say, with not using a direct mortgage banker would be you lose the control.
Mhm.
The being able to, hey, I could pick up the phone call, talk to my underwriter, talk to my funder, and get these things that we need done ASAP.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question, what we bring to the table, and the difference is that we are a direct mortgage banker. We have the control that we need. On top of that, we have here at Cross Country Mortgage, we have a very successful lending staff that have been in the business, some of them over 40 years. And so we have a significant amount of quality loan officers that have built their business on the back of ethics and character and always doing what is the right thing.
Wow.
Necessarily mean it's the easy thing, but it's the right thing.
I apologize. I did go to the opening of your company. I think somebody else that invited me. I can't remember what officer it was, but you have such a beautiful building there. I didn't know you at the time.
Right.
But you had a beautiful opening, and it was a really exciting party. I remember, and just closing that deal last week, I remembered that I was there. But no, it's really astounding what you've created, and it's great to have affiliates that have a great profile and a presence such as yours.
Right.
So, yeah, well, we do have limited time, so we're trying to stick to the schedule. It's not easy to do, though. We love to talk to you. Okay, and what's the next one?
All right, Eric, my next question for you would be, what is it like in the daily routine of a loan officer? Can you give us a little insight into your daily routine?
Oh, that's a great question. I love that.
Most definitely. So, starting out very first thing in the morning, obviously, we go through our emails, go through.
Donuts.
What's that? No donuts. No donuts.
You're right across the street from it's a Delicate Teas, though, aren't you? Mr. T's.
Mr. T's, yep, right down the street.
Okay.
So one of the things that we look at is that we have to prioritize making sure that our fundings The files are supposed to fund and record that day that they are met. And that is really, really important. Timing, closing transaction on time is really, really important. So timing is very, very valuable. And the reason it's valuable is because you have sellers as well as buyers that are structuring their life around the transaction, whether it be moving, whether it be moving into the home, selling it, and moving outside the state or to another property, getting moving companies to move you, painters, etc. Everybody is waiting on that transaction. So it's very important that we make sure we meet those deadlines. And so that's the start of our day. And then throughout the day, we either get to play firemen, put out fires throughout the day, or meet clients, potential new clients, and just have the opportunity to start creating other opportunities for new buyers to be able to purchase homes, etc.
Yeah, I think that's where your experience comes in as value, because you really only get that perspective by doing deals and seeing what went wrong for clients and what felt bad to them. And I know one of the things that we have at this marketing group is moving boxes. We can do, customized moving boxes. I know, like, I watch a lot of seminars with other great agents, and I hear about buying groceries or bringing pizza or, whatever people can do in our line of work to make that experience not stressful, and keeping your eye on that emotionally.
Yeah. Very, very important. I know one of the things that as a lender, and it's very valuable to me as a lender, and I think to you as an agent, that whenever we send out our pre-approval letters, that the file will close. The worst thing that we can do in our business is promise to our clients and not deliver.
Yes.
There's children involved. There's families that are impacted based upon our ability to do our job or not to do our job. And to me, I take that very serious.
Wow, that's so beautiful. That really makes me have chills when I think of it. A lot of people, they don't think much of realtors or lenders. They don't, especially after the crash, they don't think much of us.
Right.
But, if you take anything that goes wrong the right way as knowledge and you use that, then it becomes a strength.
Very much so. Very much so. Yeah. We can't be better unless we learn from the mistakes from the past.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing this for a while, and we'd like to see. Is there something you want to say, a specific experience that you'd like to share with our audience? Something you want them to know, or some specific thing you want to say?
No, we count it as an honor to be able to help clients. And I know that it's very easy to get lost in the daily routine of what we do. However, clients as well as agents need to understand that we take this very serious. It's really important to make sure that we never, and I continue to go back to this, we never take our eye off the prize, which is making sure home ownership is a real tangible thing that we help people on the daily do.
Did you see the picture? Are we friends on Facebook? Did you see Kiara, their face on that day?
I did not know.
I'll have to forward you. It was overwhelming. From when her mother called me and said, my daughter, she's being evicted, to when, we closed it and it was their house, and those little kids who were actually quiet at your office. They understand that they now own homes. They're no longer renters.
Right.
They own homes.
That stability that is really needed in today's environment.
Yeah. I always say to my clients that sometimes I'm kind of embarrassed because I can't do 20 deals a month and still care the way I care. I can't. It just means too much to me.
Right. Well, you're very much a hands-on agent. That is something that I have definitely found out about you. You really genuinely care. You would go above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak.
Thank you.
And obviously, if even with coming to the signing, I saw in their eyes how much they really cared as to what you did and how much of a sacrifice that you made for them, because this was not an easy transaction on you as an agent.
Thank you.
And so I will say they saw it, I saw it, and it was very much, I think they understand and appreciate what you did.
It's burned in my heart, and I know Daniel's, whatever he's been part of it, how much it means. He gets that too, like what, and you get that because you had some kind of personal experience when things went badly the other day in a real estate situation as a child, which is like a sponge. You just soak that up, and I just can't live with it. I can't live with it if it doesn't go right. I can't live with it.
Right. Yeah. The beauty of what we do is we can make things right.
Yeah.
We can make things right.
In our world. We
correct,
can't stop the war in Afghanistan or voting presidents.
Exactly.
But we can make this right for people.
Right. We can be impactful. The beauty of it, and I always go back to this, and when I talk to my staff and others in our business, I always go back to the family, the children. How impactful is it that everything we do, right? It's not just a transaction. It's a family. It's something that people are going to be able to live in that home for, whether it be 5 years, 20 years, or for the rest of their life. That we have the opportunity to have a hand in that to help make that decision for them.
Well, Erick, what's more important is that it was a great interview, and that I feel like that our audience is going to really see who you are. And I know we've talked about partnering on Zillow and some other things, and we really are interested in that. And it was great to work with you on this deal, and we hope to do some more deals with you. And we're really honored that you were on the show today.
I'm very honored as well. I appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely. You said some very knowledgeable, and not only that, but like humanly important things, such as, it's about the family. It's not just lending predatorial practices. You actually care about your clients, and it's deeper than that.
Correct. It has to be. If it isn't, whether it be on your guys' side, the real estate side, or the lending side, if it's not a personal transaction, then what are we doing this for? Is it just a paycheck? It's not. You got to be able to go home at night, put your head down on the pillow, and know that you've done the right thing.
That's the key to it. It's just so clear. And luckily there's so many laws that govern us. I mean, we are people of contracts. We're people of contract law. So the contracts say exactly what we have to do. And when you know that that wasn't being done, or that the other agent was not doing that, there's remedies for that. So the beautiful thing, it's like a song with notes. You sing the notes as they're written on the page, and you'll have a beautiful piece of music.
True.
So far we've done some beautiful music with you, Erick, but we don't want to keep our audience going too long. And
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity, and I obviously look forward to working with you hand in hand on many more transactions. And just know, if there's anything that I can ever do to help you or your clients, just let me know.
So I want to thank our guests once again for joining us on this episode of Live Guest Interview with Erick Winchester. Today I was our special guest from Cross Country Mortgage. They're a mortgage banker, and we hope you'll join us on the other episodes, and we really hope that you'll subscribe to our channel and call me on my cell phone. My name is Catherine Knightsby. I'm a real estate broker here in the Central Valley, work anywhere in California. Catherine Knightsby, and call me about my new listing in San Leandro on Laura, and I'd love to share that with you. So call us, and this is Catherine, and
my name is Daniel. It was nice to see you guys.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I'm beginning to see the light.